be looks and clean. The next thing is constant when you're going to add this one. So I'm going to add public. If you use public or private, all those things, it will come after some time. Okay, so far I'm just using the public. Static int max equal to 10. I just use value as a 10. So system.out.println, if I use max, I can get the result, but this is not looks good. Okay, I can see the result, but only thing is you have to be write it in this way. Okay, so now while seeing itself, you can easily identify this is a constant. Okay, if I write some other method, public my method, this is my method. So how you can write this one? Like you have to be, when you're going to call these methods, how you can do, you have to call the object. First you need to create the object, then invoke this particular method. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to write, first let's create the object. So create the object in the sense, wherever the method is exist, let's take this method is exist in coding standard exam, coding standard ex class. So you have to make the object for that, then call this method name. Okay, so now coding standard new coding standard. Okay, so after that, I'm just calling at the end of the standard dot my method. So if I call this, I can see the result from my method. See here, my result is, this is my method get added. So one thing keep in mind here, so whatever the logic you have written, so here this class name followed by the, what is this one, this is reference name. Okay, when you're making the object, so object, this is the reference name, this reference name followed by method name is using. So this one, if you see the coding standard, the class name starts with caps, but this variable name is in small. Okay, so that means variable name starts with the small. And one thing, sometimes if you have a string single word, let's take the single word like this. So public string, okay, so name. So if you use the single word, okay, so that everything will be in smaller. Okay, that is the variable name coding standard. If you append one more thing, value, you have to give it like this. So one thing in Java, when you are going to add two words, the first letter always be caps. The letter whatever you are using the word, it depends on, it's going to be vary. If you use the variable area, the first letter is small, the next coming words will be, the beginning letter is caps. Okay, so whatever the convention you are using for method, the same thing is for variable also will follow. But class is different, variable name is different, and constants is going to be different. Okay, and here sometimes the people is simply giving a, there is no harm when you are going to use a here, but that's not looks good. See, I just give it a, what does mean here? When I come and read it, what does mean that a? So who is giving this method? So that is not at all good. Okay, I'm just reverting back. So while seeing this ninth statement, I can easily understand this particular method is giving by this particular object. Okay, So that is one is the easily understandable approach. The next thing is, if I have this particular max, okay, if I want to use it inside this one, so if I want to use that coding standard dot max, okay, so I can print it here, system.out.println. See, this is outside of the method. Okay, see, this particular max is in outside of the method. So, and this can use it across the class. Okay, that is another concept we will see in later. It's variables. So, whatever the variables you are going to use, so what are the areas you can define? Okay, that we can see it after. But only one thing is, while reading itself, easily understand. This particular max is given by this class. So, this class is easily understand. So far we've seen class, interface, method, variable, constant. The next thing is POJO classes. So POJO means plain old Java objects. So what is this plain old Java object? So when you're going to deal with POJO, so I'm just creating one of the POJO example. See here, POJO is mainly for when you are going to be carry a particular object. Okay, object is nothing but whatever the thing. Here let's take employee is the one of the object. That employee is having multiple fields like name, age, okay, and address, phone number. All of these are different variables and it has values. So those values is carry from one point to another. So instead of sending one by one, let's take name, value, age, address, phone number. Instead of sending one by one, if you make it all together as a object, if you send it one object from one layer to another layer or one service to another service, that is easily maintainable. So that is the main intention of POJO class. So here the POJO class, how you can write it? POJO is a plain old, I'm saying that plain old Java object. So it will be having only setters and getters. So let's take write one of the POJO class. So here private int. Okay, so here if I'm going to write it employee related, age, private, string, address, private, string name, phone number. Let's take I have a four variables. So these variables, how you can write the POJO? So the POJO will be setters, setter methods, and getter methods will be there. Okay, setter methods and getter methods will be there. So when you are going to see any of the class, if it is having setter method and getter method, that is the POJO class, or some of them will call it as VO. VO means value object. POJO means plain old Java objects. So how you can write those in IDE? There is a shortcut for that. Just right click over there. Okay, and if you go to one second, there is, yeah, generate. So in this generate, getters and setters will be there. Whatever the variables you have, those variables you can select it and click on OK. See, automatically it's get generated. It just age is coming. The remaining, if you want to add it, the similarly go here, select all of them, whatever you wanted to. I was selected only age. That's what only two came. If you select the rest of them and click OK, everything is coming automatically. But only one thing, the naming convention, how it was. Let's take its age variable you defined. So how it looks, getters and setters. The first letter is get. By default, it will be appended and followed by whatever the variable name it is used. It starts with the caps letter. That is the setter getter method. And similarly, this is the setter related. Okay, all will be the same. But only one thing, when you are going to handle with the boolean type. Okay, so private boolean. So what we can use boolean type is address type. Let's just give it as a address type. So when you are going to dealing with this boolean type, it will be quite different. Just naming convention will be vary. So these boolean related, it's automatically it will give it setters and getters, but it not looks good. So it will be is there like this is. So is address type. Okay, like this is going to be call it. Some of them will call while developing they will use it like this, but this is not the best way to write for boolean related. So it will be is address type. So whenever it starts with is, that means it's going to tell that this is a boolean type. Okay, boolean type and followed by whatever the variable name you are using. So that is pojo related. This is the way you can write any of the pojo class with the proper standards. Okay, that is for pojo related. The next thing is enum. Enum is nothing but if you have a constant. Okay, let's go back to the previous example. I have a constant is 10. If I have another constant, let's take it is min. It's a minimum. Minimum is 1. Okay, I have two kind of variables. Okay, static variables, max, min. If I had two more, okay, I can write it like this, but this is not looks good, right? So it's a min 1, so min 2, 3, 4 like this. If I write it, there is no harm to your program, but this is not looks good. So this everything whatever the related set, if you put it in if some other location, and if you're maintaining that, that will be look and good and as well as easily maintainable. So this everything you can shift it to some other area, that is call it as a enum. So enum is nothing but a group of constants which are related to that. Then we will make it a set and giving a particular name for that. So that is nothing but a enum. So let's remove all this stuff which is not related to. So we will write one enum. So I'm going to create one enum here. See, there is a enum related here itself. You can select that enum weeks. So public enum. If you see the previous one, it is the class. So here, this is enum. So inside this enum, I can define all those like Sunday, Monday. So likewise, you can write it. Okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, likewise. So when you are going to use this one, and it will be giving the value also. Like this, you can give it. Sunday starts from 0. Okay, and Monday 1, 2. So this is the value representation. Okay, so during the enum sessions, you can learn that. So only thing is the standards, how you can write the standards. So this is the enum related. So this enum, the name is week, a set of weeks. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, likewise the rest you can write it. But when you're going to write inside the enum, it will be caps. Everything is in caps. While calling this one, you can call with a particular enum name and the value. Okay, let's take, if I want to call this one enum example. So week is defined somewhere. Enum example. So in this enum example, if I want to be use this one, so public static void main system dot println. So mine was week dot Sunday. If you run this one, so this one I can see the result. Okay, enum related. But way of approach how you can write, this is the way you can easily understand. Yes, this particular one is related to enum, and this is internal value for that. Okay, so that is related to enum. This is the way of writing Java coding standards, then that will be easily understand. Okay, so that is about overall the coding standard.